Good afternoon, Sir Alagos, and everyone. I am here to present to you my input and output grading system, which is to modify all the subjects from the grades of the students. So I'm here to introduce to you from top to bottom. First, I want to input here the file headers first, from the top to bottom. Okay, let's proceed to type here. Here, this will show the input and output stream is for the typing of the inputs of the users and also the income of the output. So in IonManip, which is the formatting output in the set precision also, the vector dynamic is for the array for storing students, the string also for STE standard string, the limits that we use, they include hashtag is for the used, and also the numeric limits, the stream size max that will help to flash the inputs. Then the CSTLID, which for most and for the system and for the system post Windows console commands. And also the using namespace, okay? Using namespace here simplifies the code that we are provided into the global scope of the names that the user provided. Okay? For the periodic struct. So let's type here the struct. So this struct periodic grades will be represent the scores for one grading period from the prelim, midterm, and finals. The attendance, the quizzes, and exams store those scores as the user entered them. And the total will store the computed weight percentage from 0 to 100% for the period of time. So next is for the student struct. We know it is called the student's identity. For every number, the name and the course provided. This is the 3 periodic grades. And also the overall of the final average of the prelim, midterm, and final total grades. This will also the equivalent from the college student to be a numeric equivalent from 1.00 to 1.50 until to 5.00. That is the final grade as stored as a float. So we know that will be the string remarks will be the two, the fast or the failures or the fail. So next is for the compute period grade, which will calculate all the grades that we have. So let's proceed to okay, in this one, this will be converts the raw scores to percentages. From the attendance is the raw divided by the 50% from 0 to 100%. The quizzes row is for the 30 items equals to the 30% or the 100%. And the exam row from the prelim, midterm, and final will be the 50 items to the 100%. So this will be calculated from the applied rate from the attendance, the 50%, the quizzes is 20%, the exam will be the 30%. The store results will be in total and return set. Okay? So next is the compute equivalent, the float overall. So let's provide here. Okay, this one is to convert the overall percentages from 0 to 100 into the college equivalent grades using the threshold. So returns a numeric equivalent, the float. Be aware that the threshold here are inclusive on the lower bound. Adjust thresholds if your grading policy depends on your subject. Number 6 part is the compute remarks, which will be to know if the user of the student is pass or fail. So let's try. Okay, this will be one to returns all if the grades of the student is pass if overall is greater than or equals to equivalent to 75, otherwise it will be failed. Okay, so next is the input grades of the students and the system period grades and the p constant of the strings and the period name. Okay, here I want to provide So for now, I'm here to hear the void input grades. This will be the prompts that read or read the raw scores for a period. Okay? So in calls, which the compute period grade or calls for the compute period grade to calculate and the set of the product of the total. So note, it uses the C input for the fast numeric input that makes sure the user inputs are using the numeric values. Okay, for now, we proceed to add the students. Okay. Okay, from now on, this void of students will be the clear all the screens, read students identification using get line after flashing CIN. This is the get line here, get line here, get line here, and also to cross the input grades for the 3 periods of time and computes overall equivalents and remarks. This appends the students to the students vector and pause to the users to see the confirmation that the important rules. So important is the CIN, so C input that ignores is used to flash any leftover new line before get line, because you mix input for the greater and get line. This ignore calls all necessary to avoid skipping inputs. Okay, so next is to display students. So this will display all the necessary that the user input already. So I want to type here So for these display students, this will provide the nicely formats and show the students data. It uses all the precision in number 2 to show 2 details already. Next is the view all students. So this will be all the students that Okay, void okay. This one, the view all students, which is to clears the screen. After that, it iterates through all students and calls display students. So this will be provided if no students, this print is a message. This will be prints all the guided in the message. So next, we provide the search student, which is the host vector students and also the providing information of the students. So here, so void so this the void search student provide the let the user enter a name or a student number to a search. This will be a compares the exact matches, which is the name and all the query provided by the student number. So this display all the matches in multiples and all the same with the same matches of the system. Okay, and this will be all the names will be processed and no results can be placed. So the improvement idea here to search for is to implement case sensitive or partial matching for better usability. Next is to modify students. So if the input are wrong, then they can modify. So provided to void okay, this modification will be provided all the details to search all the students' names. Okay, this will be if found as which period in the prelim or the midterm or the finals. It is called the input grades for the period to re-enter the scores and then they compute derive. So derive fields provide success failure feedback. So you must be earlier to request to add or cancel the options the period of selection. You can add on the option like 0 to cancel before reading. So this will be provided to modify all the students before the choices can handle on it, and it will return to the main options with the small changes in this system. Okay. Next is delete students. So we provide here to delete all the students into the options. Okay. So provide here. So now, we provide the delete students, which can remove the student's identity record by record in the student number, all the details that we have. And then we use the vector here in the include, hashtag include, the vector, which will be erase all the index provided by the input. So it notifies the user of a successful erase or deletion if not found. Okay? So next is the view past students. So we provide here Alright, so for now, this lists only the students that have remarks will only the pass. We cannot provide this view past students to the failures of the students. So you provide here each student have passed, then it will include here in the view past students so that the teacher can note what or who is the student personality who are committing a pass. Okay. Next, we provide the admin login, which provide to the teacher's login. So I provide here the void Okay, so void admin login, which will be provided by the teacher to input the simple username and the password check. Take note that username must be equals to password. To check if you are really an admin, provide this information to you. If valid, returns true. If false, you cannot otherwise to do in program exist. So if you commit false, the program will come to an exit way. Okay? So this will be the system the pause that used to give the user time to read the messages. Okay? So this is used for security guarantees, which the credentials are hard-coded, fine for a demo but not for a production. Consider storing hash word passwords or using a file DB for real applications. So finally, we provide the int main of the file, which will be collaborate or illustrate the operations of the system. So provide here the int main. Okay. For now on, this is all the int main procedures in the while loop until to its loop or the do while loop. So I think there's no do here, only the while loop only. So we provide the outer while true. Two loops lets the program begin to restart the login screen after logout. If you choose on entering a main loop, the system CLS clears, then admin log runs. So provide if login fails, the program returns and exits. After you successfully log in, it shows the main menu repeatedly. For do or while choices is not equals to 7. So each menu options calls the appropriate function, which typically clears the screen. So this doesn't work and this doesn't work if your system allowed it to pause. Okay, choosing the 7 lags out will breaks the system back to outer loops, which will prompt login again. I want to correct myself that this is not a void, this is boolean for the admin login. So from the previous resetting, I provide the void changes to boolean because it will change from true or false here provided. So now this is only the correct code that we have provided already. So let's start it to run the code. Let's say we can right click or run the cursor, or you can say run here provided in the green screen. So as you can see, there's an intermediate programming rating system. So let's explain this. Our username here is here to provide that information. I want to this username provided the admin, which we want to equal the password, which is the 12345. You cannot allow any details of the username, but in this only. Okay, let's say we provide a love password 13426 or 12345. You see here, invalid credentials, access denied. Press any to key to continue. Let's say any to key. So it will end the system. So the console will be debugged into stops. So press any continue or key to close the windows. it will close the window. So we need to do is to provide all the information here, which you provide the code, which the username is the admin, is the username, and password is 12345. Okay, let's debug again. Okay, the username here is admin. The password is 12345. So login successfully. Welcome, teacher. So here we need to add the students. For example, my student number is 1001. This is for example only, but I forgot what is my student number in Metro Business College. Here my full name is Hernandez Mark Joseph S. And then the enter course is BSCS2. So for now, attendance out of 50 days. For example, I have 3 days absent, which is we provide 47 days present in the prelim. The quizzes here is out of 30 items. For example, I commit 6 mistakes, which will provide 24. In the exam, out of 50 items, I only have 10 mistakes, which will be 40. Next, the midterm period, the attendance here is out of 50 again. So I provide 2 absence, which is 48. The quizzes out of 30 items will be, for example, I got 22 mistakes. And then the exam out of 50 items, which I commit a mistake of 7 items, which will be 43. Next is the final period. We provide the attendance out of 50 days. Let's say I only have perfect attendance, which is 50. The quizzes out of 30 items will be provide the mistakes, which will 6. Only 6 mistakes, but I got 24 scores. And then the exam out of 50 items, I provide the 2 mistakes will be 9. Let's say 41 is my score in final period. So we recorded already the student system done. So press any key. Let's say view the students, number 2 options. Then you see there's a student number, the student's details, the name, the course, and also the preliminary final grades, and the overall of the grades that I commit is 90.02%, which is equivalent to 1.50% in the college grade, the equivalent grade, and we provide remarks that I passed the exam or I passed the prelim, midterm, and final. So press any continue. If you want to search, so I don't have any yet. Let's say search student, enter the student name or number. For example, 1002, but there's no match record found. Press any key, search again. We need to search our own, which is 1001. So here we provided our student number, which is the easy to search our names or even the numbers. So press any continue. Let's say to modify if there's a mistake of the grades. Press 4. Enter the student number to modify. Let's say 1001. So which period do you want to modify? There's a question here. If you want to change the prelim, the midterm, or final. Let's say I want to change the final. Let's say we provide the reset of the final grade of the period. Let's say you provide the 50 but you forgot that you have 3 absence, then you need to provide 47. The quizzes out of 30 items, you are perfect. Since you forgot, then the exam is 50 items. Then let's say 41, you commit 9 mistakes. Then there's a changes, grades updated successfully. So let's see. So 90.36 already the same continuously. Okay, there's a changes in the final, but there's no changes in the prelim and midterm grades. So you already passed, you're already the equivalent of 1.50 grades. So press any key. So let's say we need to add more students. For example, press 1, 1002, Ken. Let's say the name is Ken Marie. Let's say we need to surname first. Dementia Marie May, L or Q. Then enter their course, DSOA 2. And then the prelim period you provide, let's say he got 31 days. The quizzes is 22. He got 20, or let's say 16. The exam is out of 50, but she got 22. In the midterm period, attendance out of 50 days, then he got 19 absence. So let's say 31. 31 days again, or let's say 20 absence. Let's say 30 days. The quizzes got 5. For example, 10 mistakes, or 10 she got 10. Let's say like that. The exam is she got 23. Our point here is we need this a failure. The other one is the pass, and the other one is the failure. So the final here attendance of this guy or this woman is, let's say, 22 days only. And then the quizzes is he got 90, or let's say 15. Then the exam out of 50 items, she got only 8, or let's say 12. Then student's record added successfully. Then let's view what is her grade. So as you can see here, this is student number 1, already passed, and the student number 2, she got failed because overall grade is 48 and the equivalent is 5. So let's see if we can view the name of the failed student. 6. So only here we cannot see here the student of dementia Ken Marie because she failed. Only here you provided here is to view only the students who got the pass. Okay, so let's say delete the students 5 and the enter student number to delete. For example, 1003 student at fault, enter to continue. Let's say delete again, and then enter student number to delete 1002. Student record deleted successfully. Then we will view it if the student of number of 1002 is there or not. Let's see. So we got the deletion of the system. So you here. So the lastly is the logout or the exit. We can log out successfully, press any continue, and then back to the main options of the teacher's line. So here we already adapt the situation of any students provided by the students. So I already provide here what will be happen. So I hope guys this is my last provided here, and thank you for watching. I already done. So I provide the modification, I provide the deletion, all the necessary things of the grading system provided any student or any teachers provide by the logging. So that's all. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you very much.